Pandas, 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 pandas. Got bras and Atlanta, twist and dope lean and a Fanta. Pandas, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Speedy Boy, good morning. Dylan, good morning. Hugh, good morning. Toeman, good morning. Wayne Bignell, good morning. Carmen, good morning. From Asheville, if you're just joining the stream, make sure you scalp that like button. We're looking for a two-leggy here, but we're right off the 20 MA on the first entry. And it might be one of those setups where first entry is all you get. They're not going to give you that two-leggy, and we have a clear target here, perhaps a measured move of this big move up. Not sure where the deepest pullback will be, but looking for that measured move. Maybe come back to retest the previous day's high, which would be this pivot. Also this pivot here. I'm not sure. I mean, this gap here, this line is the gap that was created on Monday. If you guys remember, Monday there was a large gap that never got filled, and we're heading right towards it, making a beeline. And it just seems that most likely that's where we're going to try to go. So if you're eager to enter this uptrend, you can enter on this first entry. I'm just going to wait for a second entry long here. Thing is about this first entry, it's in a good spot, right? It's off the 20 MA, and so this is why you would consider taking it. I'm waiting for that pullback to put my measure move there. Let's see where it ends up. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Here, second entry long. After the news, A, B, C, good signal bar, boom, blast off. And this is what we're getting this big move from, two-legged move. You can see with the dark green number here. Market's about to open in 5 minutes. Maybe I'll wait a little bit here. I'm eager to enter this uptrend, but now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-bull bars in a row. Hard to take that pullback. Hard to take this first entry. We're dripping down back to the previous day's high. Could bounce off of it. I'm just thinking we're going to try to hit the, fill this gap. It's about a week long, week old, 5 days long. I could try to reload here. 3 minutes before market open, I'll reload. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, drop a GM in the chat with your location. We're just dripping down right now. What a move. I mean, I was eager to enter this uptrend. Now I'm just wondering if it's going to reverse here. I mean, you have this many bear bars in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 non-bull bars in a row. All right, reloading my charts. Yeah, this bar is a little different. A little different here. So now it should match yours. I hope. Let's draw a trend line here. We're getting an overshoot, possible undershoot. We're underneath the 20 MA now. So things are getting confusing. I mean, with this many bear bars in a row, you're thinking possible reversal. Now we're breaking beneath the previous day's high. I mean, for me, I have like an obvious target I want to hit today, and I don't know if we're going to hit it. The market's about to open in 2 minutes here. Okay. Market just opened. We're going to sell a two-legged pullback here underneath the 20 MA. That's a little confusing. Maybe coming off our trend line here. We're underneath the 20 MA now, so it's like making things a little difficult for me. I don't know. We did trigger the second entry long. We're underneath the 20 MA, so it's making things kind of confusing. Wow. The first pullback ends up being like a reversal. Absolutely crazy. Maybe just exhaustive move. 10,000 tick chart. How do we look like here? Potential another leg up here on the 10,000 tick chart. We bounce off the 20 MA on 10,000 tick. The 5 minute just opens inside bar on the 5 minute. Possible follow through. Maybe pull back on the 5 minute. Possible second entry long here. We do have the overshoot to undershoot, and this could be done, right? This price action. And the symmetry is done, and so we may get a reversal here. Who knows? Carl Herman passed a 50K value yesterday. Let's go, baby. Just trade micros from now on. When I say trade micros, I mean trade micro. Trade one micro contract until you can meet your 10-day goal, 10-day trading minimum. What a reversal. Absolutely amazing. After a huge move up, thinking we're going to come back up here. We're currently in a demand zone. This bear bar. Anywhere in here is a buy zone. If we get a bounce off here, perhaps. But At this point, you're looking for a major trend reversal setup. So you're looking for a breaker trend to new low. And to me, unless we have like a extreme undershoot of this tight bear channel, I don't know, maybe this is a breaker trend. It's very small though. Very tight channel here. Very tight channel. It could be bouncing off our buy zone here. This is the buy zone. Also, the previous day's close can bounce off here easily. I just need a reversal setup here. I need either at least a higher low setup or a fail second entry short, which is the best setup we can wait for. A, B, C, second entry short. But we could still be waiting for this move where we push up, push down further, then we find our setup. Fail second entry short. That could be the case as well, coming off the 240 SMA. Still in this buy zone. So a couple things can happen here. The fact that we're bouncing right off support right here makes me feel like reversal can happen here. But we shall see. Regardless, I'm still looking for the failed. I mean, you can consider this potentially a second entry short here. If this does trigger, and then the higher low setup will be good. The 10,000 tick chart, we're setting up for a trap. You see here with this third push up, could be a very strong push up here. Maybe the higher low setup might be the setup we have to wait for, and that might be good enough. I'm gonna be a little patient here though. I do want to wait for my setup here. This is a visual second entry long, or sorry, second entry short, A, B, C. So this higher low can be the reversal we're looking for. Tricky. Right underneath the previous day's high. Still underneath the 20 EMA. Tricky. I kind of want to go long here. This might be worth the risk. I'm thinking because we have the visual second entry short here, this could be a failed. All right, we'll wait for the actual setup now. I could be being a little too patient here, but I will trade outside bar reversal here if we do get it. Don't break the previous candle's low. We may be pushing back up. That might be all she wrote. Outside bar reversal, waiting for it. Looking for a new low. That's a second entry short. Ends up being good. No longer interested in this trade. Very tricky. Maybe looking for a double bottom here now. Looking for a double bottom. Bulls want a double bottom. Bears want a continuation downtrend. We'll see. I mean, I was not expecting the second entry short right there to work out. A, B, C. But now we could be looking for that new low here. And then now looking for that failed second entry short. Still in the buy zone. Right? This blue box is a buy zone currently. The reason why this is a buy zone is because we have a strong bear bar here and a strong breakout. And so in this area, we're finding ourselves to have a lot of demand. You can see through the price action that people were buying here. The breakout, basically this breakout, there's still a gap here. Albrooks would call these gaps, right? There's a gap here still forming, maybe waiting to be filled. Powell speaking at 10 o'clock, that's true. So maybe we should wait for 10 o'clock. The reason why I didn't want to go short here is because we bounced off a support level, which is the previous day's close, and so I typically do not like to trade against that. But it works out for you, and so it's very good. So this is why you wait for your setup. You don't go for those hidden second entries. Sometimes they work on stream, sometimes they don't. And this is the time they don't. This is why I always skip it. There are sometimes I don't skip it and it just blasts off. Perhaps the double bottom is in now. We shall see. The 10,000 tick chart might have a failed trap, right? This trap does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. You see with this third push up, but and it's off the 20 MA. It does trigger, but it might fail here, which could be bad news for bulls. I think we might chop around until 10 o'clock. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. I was really close to not streaming today, but decided to jump on for a little bit. See how long I can stream for. A little tricky because we do have news at 10 o'clock, and so it might do some tricks here. So I'll probably sit on my pause a little bit. I know yesterday I didn't take any trades. Hopefully today it'll be a little different. It looks like the trap is going to fail on the 10K chart. Too early to say. I mean, we're finding support here. It does look like it wants to make a new low though. We're still underneath the 20 MA, right? 20 MA is acting as resistance, and we're just like practically begging to make a new low here. See, the market is just made with two-legged moves everywhere. It's two-legged moves. Two-legged move here. Two-legged move already formed here. Might be a second entry long. This is why I say it might be a little tricky today. Might be a little tricky because it's coming, making a double bottom off of that previous day's close. Look at how many failed attempts we have to break down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 failed attempts to try to break below the previous day's close. Previous day's close is this red line, by the way. Dash red line. Also coming off a buy zone here. Tricky, tricky. I want to wait for a new low. I actually want to see the new low. I feel way more confident if I saw a new low here to enter long. But currently is a double bottom and a micro double bottom. We get rid of these lines. Too much noise on the chart. Second entry short here. Ooh, second entry short, about to trigger. Looks like we're going to push down kind of hard here. Still in the buy zone. The 10,000 tick chart does fail. Make a second entry short here. Maybe come back to the bottom of trading range. On the 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart looks just choppy to me. And if this choppy, then we're at the bottom of the trading range. Might come back to the top. We do have news at 10 o'clock. Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. So yeah, we might not make a move. Like the price action might be building up right around 10 o'clock, and we might get our setup at 10. Thing is, he's gonna start speaking, and it takes a little bit for the news to digest because he's like speaking. I don't. Maybe the transcript gets released right away. New low created. All the stipulations for a major trend reversal is met, and so this was true, right? This is the first breakout trend. Ends up being a second entry short.
10,000 tick trap.
Whoo! Two-legged pullback on 10,000 tick chart now. Pikachu trade. A, B, C. Misses the bottom of the trading range currently. 5-minute chart. Just floating above the 20 MA. About 15 more minutes until the news happens. That might be the setup might have already happened. I'm gonna just trade a setup if I see it. If I see a failed second entry short here, I'm taking it. We're still in this buy area, bouncing out the buy area. If you notice, we haven't had one close underneath the previous day's close, right? It closed on it and then went below it, but closed above it. Notice the price action here. Looking for a failed second entry short in this area. Could be here. It could be even above here, extended. As long as it triggers above the 20 MA, that's all that I really care about. Jaden Saints asks, who is Powell? You don't know who Jerome Powell is? How dare you? If you're wondering why the US has printed so much money, why this inflation has been going crazy in the US, you turn to one person. His name is Jerome Powell. He is a money printing master. He's a chair of the Fed. And he has the power to make the money machines go brr. Okay, maybe. Again, no closes underneath the previous day's close. We're getting pinched between the 20 MA and the previous day's close. We're just finding so much pressure here, breaking out one way or the other.
10,000 tick trap.
Second entry long about to trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. It's getting very choppy now. So any setup now is going to be less reliable. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 overlapping bars. We typically need to wait for this congestion to end before we think about trading. It's a limit order market, and so we don't like to enter in limit order markets because... Why, pandas? Why don't we like to enter limit order markets? Because this setup requires us to enter in a stop order. And so if you're coming in with stop orders, you're hitting a place typically where there's a bunch of limit orders, right, going the opposite direction. And so for every bull case, there's a bear case. For every bear case, there's a bull case. Todd at Stone City starting the weekend early here. Up 3-12. Muy bueno. It's very good. We're still in this buy zone. If we get any reversal coming off this buy zone, then now we're closing, may close beneath the previous day's close now. This is the first close underneath it. Having a tough time coming above the 20 MA. So we're underneath the close. That's the first break underneath the close. Could be significant here. So choppy. I'm not gonna count the legs here. It's way too choppy. News is happening about 12 minutes. Limit order market. You could just be buying down here, expecting to come back to the 20 MA, selling at the 20 MA, and if it goes opposite, you've already made so much money from this chop that it doesn't really matter. You know, people are making money from this chop. Selling at the 20 MA, buying at the previous day's close, selling, buying, selling, buying. Buying here, even here, seeing this, knowing that most likely we'll enter back into chop, that any breakout will fail, and then they might stop doing it after it comes back in because now they're seeing the integrity of this trading range starting to fall apart. This blue box is a buy zone, so as long as we don't break beneath this blue box and we reverse anywhere in here, that's a pretty good reversal in my opinion. I will probably take it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Does help out the channel a lot. Do appreciate it. It's your way to show support, and it's your way to say, hey, Panda, we like this community. We want to continue to have this community. So we're going to scalp that like button. It made a new low. Perhaps wedge bottom. The wedge is a little too horizontal for me. Might come off the 240 SMA. Strong bear bar on the 5-minute chart. Might have follow through. Might come back to the 20 MA on the 5-minute. 10K. The failed reversal, right? Failed trap is starting to come back down. Might come back to the bottom of the trading range. 1 point away from it. 240 SMA about to be hit. Hmm. 10,000 tick chart bottom trading range being hit. This failed reversal is truly failing right now. Market might come back to 20 MA. The market is still waiting for the news, I think, but we do have right this continual resistance off the 20 MA here. Made it very difficult to break above. We're still in the buy zone. Buy zone's about to be broken here. Buy zone broken. Absolute tremendous move down after this huge move up. You didn't really expect this huge move down here. At least I didn't. The 5-minute chart bouncing off the 20 MA now. If we get a fail second entry short here, I'll still consider it. But now I want it to be a good setup. Quite a nice bounce off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. We're actually still waiting for a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. We almost triggered it around here, but we failed to trigger it, and we might trigger it down here. Looking for that fail second entry short. News in about 7 minutes here. Another time frame, this would be basically a pin bar or a bullish hammer. Big move up. Coming above the 20 EMA. Still looking for that failed second entry short. That's my setup here. 4 strong bull bars in a row. Now we're above the 20 EMA. First close above the 20 EMA. Very strong setup on the 10,000 tick chart. Second entry long just triggered on the 10,000 tick. 5-minute clear bounce off the 20 EMA here. Probably looking for a new high in my opinion. As in we probably will break this high. That's what I'm thinking. According to the 5-minute chart. We're a couple points away from it, but 10 points away. More than 10 points. Maybe 15 points. 41.95. Whew. Yeah, maybe 20 points. And this is where I'm eager to enter long. You know, if we get another bull bar here, I'm eager to enter long, but we have news in about 5 minutes. It can get a little wacky, and I want to wait for my setup. I mean, I really do. Regardless, it's hard to enter here. If you want to just enter always in long, you can enter long in this candle. Thinking any pullback will be small. Enter here, and then your stop loss will be typically where your stop loss will always be. Always in long now, in my opinion. That's what it seems like. Always in long trading. I mean, the 5-minute looks so bullish. Just a perfect bounce off the 20 MA. It just looks like it's about a rocket. It's like just a rocket launch off of this. The 10,000 tick chart, little choppy, but it's just a two-legged pullback with a huge bullish signal bar. Coming off the bottom of a trading range, still above the 20 MA. The 2K chart, I'm looking for a setup on a 2K chart to go long now. And I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but I need some sort of setup. This is just pure bullish bars, always in long trading. Just waiting. Just waiting, pandas. Waiting for my setup. Maybe we'll try 2 contracts and run one of them. We'll have maybe a runner today. Maybe. This bull trend is so strong. We have not yet broken the previous candle's low yet. And it might just create these micro double bottoms. Kind of like here, micro double bottom. Doesn't even break the previous candle's low. Shoots the blast off. News in about 2 minutes. Just waiting, sitting on my pause. I'm just waiting for my setup, so I know exactly what I'm waiting for. I'm looking for the fail second entry short. This is all I'm waiting for. Basically, it looks like a two-legged pullback as well, right? A, B, C. Could be a Pikachu setup. The only difference is that this pivot can actually break above here and it still be a viable setup. The only difference is from the fail second entry short to just a second entry long. I mean, it could be like this and be a Pikachu trade, which is both a fail second entry short and a second entry long. But if it breaks above here, we still have this viable setup where it's a fail second entry short. This will no longer be a second entry long, but this could be a second entry short. Really depends on this next pivot. Especially with the news happening in about 10 minutes, this might be the catalyst to reach and fill this gap that I've been waiting for. This dash blue line is a gap that happened earlier this week. If you remember, earlier this week, we had a large gap here that never got filled on Sunday night when the market opened, and so we're waiting for that to be filled, probably today. I'm thinking today. We're so close to it. Just waiting for the news. About 1 more minute. Again, I'm waiting for my fail second entry short. Let's see if we get it, pandas. And I might come in with a runner. Am I going with a runner here? Just waiting. Waiting patiently. I mean, Jerome Powell, even though he speaks, there might not be much. What am I trying to say? Much might not happen. You know what I'm trying to say. There might not be much that will happen. Okay, news just came out. Now we're getting some volatility here. Trap trade on 10,000 tick chart just triggered. Double bottom here. Higher low. First entry though. Sitting on my pause. Sitting on my pause here. Just want to push down further. Looks like a double bottom. Double bottom currently forming off the 240 SMA. I need a setup though. I need a fail second entry short still. I'm still waiting for that setup. It's gonna look a little wonky now. A, B, C, fail second short. There's a higher low, first entry possibly. 10,000 tick chart. The trap does trigger on the downside with perhaps a break of trend to new high. That could be the case here. I don't know. I don't know, pandas. Okay, we're pushing down. What a treat. What a surprise. All right. Jerome Powell's probably bringing some doom and gloom. What's happening? I don't know. But the 10,000 tick chart trap is all she wrote. This might be a reversal. We might have a strong bear trend day today. I mean, this is a surprise bar. Let's see if there's follow through. 10,000 tick chart finished. Absolutely no follow through. Just reverses on the dime. We need follow through on the 10,000 tick chart. Lower high setup. This might be the follow through the bears are looking for. Yep, there's some follow through. We're in a downtrend right now, but no entries for us in any of this. I was really looking for a push up here, but looks like not today. Not today. Really, the 10,000 tick chart creating that trap, right? It all started from this failed trap, push down, fail second entry long, reversal, huge move down currently. I mean, maybe 2 times risk reward. It's huge risk, so I can't take that trade. 2 times risk reward, just tapped, just hit on the 10,000 tick chart. It's such a strong move. You're not expecting much. The daily chart about to trigger maybe a lower high setup. That gap still existing way above. I mean, I'm surprised it's there, but if you look at the if I show you the 5-minute chart, you're gonna get scared. So this is the 5-minute chart. This is currently the 5-minute chart. I mean, when you see a bar like this, you're thinking, this looks bearish. It's a trap, but too far away from 20 May. Let's see how the bar finishes on the 5-minute chart. I mean, that's all she wrote on the 10,000 tick chart. The trap right here. Absolutely incredible. I mean, this risk is huge if you took that, but your reward is also huge. So, strong downtrend. Maybe looking for a second entry short here. It's getting very choppy. You like it to be closer to a key area. Right? If you go short here, you have these acting as support, these pivot lows potentially. Sitting on my pause, I don't mind missing this. The reason why is because I've been burned many times taking these second entry shorts that are far away from a key area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Oh, possible ledge here. Possible ledge. Second entry short does make a successful scalp. It's a strong downtrend. I mean, you'd at least to be you would like it to be at least near the key area, but I was absolutely wrong. Jerome Powell speaking. He calls the markets to rise and fall at just his very words. Huge surprise bar. People are just always in short now, and that's why people bought the close or sold the close here. You see, we don't even get back to the close. We have a gap here. We're about to fill it though, but right at that close, people sold it, scalped. You're thinking follow through on the 5-minute chart. Absolute incredible, mind-bending, just move down. Whew. The daily chart, I mean, you think yesterday's move was huge. We basically covered all of yesterday's move in one leg. Am I still looking for a short? It's a good question. I think so, yeah. I think so. Maybe not. But I think I'm looking for a short still. It's the first entry. Still like a second entry short if I can get one. What a move up. I mean, that kind of answers the question, am I going to go short? The answer is no. I can't go short on a bar like this. We could potentially have a breakout trend to new low here. I mean, with a move down like this on the 5-minute chart, you're thinking there's going to be some follow through with a surprise bar. Man, oh man, oh man. That is wild. Yeah, I guess I'm not going short. We're above the 20 MA now, so what can you do? I mean, we might have a V bottom type price action here. That's wild. That is seriously wild if we just reverse here. Because the 5-minute chart. Like, are we just going to reverse this huge bar right now? That is insane. Yeah, who needs price action when you have Jerome Powell? He's probably just like looking at his phone right now, and he's literally saying, and the market will go up, and he'll just watch the market go up, and now the market will go down. He just says, oh, economy is struggling, and you'll just see like, it's kind of like I don't know if you guys seen that Key and Peele clip of like Gordon Ramsay, and then it's just like you just don't know if he's complimenting you or dissing you. And so it's just like Jerome Powell's like, the economy looks hawkish, but, and that you see like the market just start crashing. But he'll say, but I'm hopeful in the near future, and then it just goes right back up. And then he'll say that possibly we may, and then the market just kind of waits, raise interest rates, and the market goes down. It's just like, this is keeping you on your toes. Everything he says is just the market would just react to it. Trap trade above the 20 MA. This to me is hard to say if this is the first breaker trend to new low. It could possibly be the case. This could be the first breaker trend, and this might be too early to take the reversal. With this many bull bars in a row, it's hard to go short here as well. Some people take this trap trade. To me, it's a little, okay, it makes a point. It makes your scalp. That's incredible. It makes a scalp for you. I was not ready for a reversal like this. The 5-minute chart is just mind-bending move. Like, how many points does this drop? How many points is it going back up? This is not tradable in my opinion. It's just insane. Now to me, it looks like we're in a strong uptrend. It's insane. What is this? Like, this is not a healthy market. The fact that we just did that, it's kind of scary. It's actually, we are retracing this huge move down. We're coming right back up. Pandas, is this normal? I do not think so, but we're always in long now. And we are looking for an uptrend. You think you've seen everything in the market, but when you see the bounce stronger than this huge drop, something is in the water. That is absolutely insane movements. I cannot believe these two bars right now. Almost insane to believe that this just happened. I cannot. How big was this move? That was absolutely insane. We saw it all together here, pandas. Just absolute nonsense in the market. That was a 43-point move. 43-point move from the bottom now all the way back to the top. 43-point move. What in the world is happening? What in the world is happening? That is actually insane. Pandas. When you think you know the market, it's like the market's doing the meme. Never let them know your next move. Looking for a second entry long here. This first entry might be strong enough to enter this uptrend. We may have a trend line here. Looking for a second entry long here. I'm thinking we are going to continue this uptrend. Possible outside bar reversal. I don't like outside bar reversals, but I'll take it here. Terrible signal bar, but I'm eager to enter anything long at this point. Do not copy my trades. Second entry long, possibly off the 20 MA here. So many bear bars in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bear bars in a row. Making this a little sketchy to go short. Pandas, if we go all the way back down, I'm going to just turn off my charts. I'm actually going to just turn off my charts. If we go all the way back down here on another 5-minute, I'm turning off my charts and I'm just going to crawl into bed and start shivering because this market is just scary, 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 scary. Please, we have so many bear bars in a row. We're underneath the 20 minute. Can't even go long here anymore, even on the strong uptrend. I cannot go long here, unfortunately. It can make the scalp. It makes a scalp here, but that is beneath the 20 MA. Is not a good setup. This is not a good setup. It's a way to get in this uptrend though, if you're trying to get in. Higher low setup, I'll be interested. Very interested in a higher low setup here. I will take a higher low setup here, pandas. It's just I cannot go long when I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bear bars in a row. Hard for me to go long against that, especially underneath the 20 MA terrible signal bar. I just cannot go long there. It's hard. It's very hard, very difficult. Higher low setup, going to go long here. Do not copy my trades. This might be looking for a breakout trend to new low here before continuing upwards. That could be the case. That could be the case here. I'm eager to enter this uptrend. Okay, no longer interested. Terrible signal bar. Looks like it's starting to reverse a little bit here. I'm looking for a new low at this point. Still a higher low setup of now beneath the 20 MA. Things are getting a little tricky, a little dicey here. This is a higher low setup. Potential good trade here, but I don't like this reaction. I don't like how this looks like. It's a good signal bar actually. Triggers to a nice signal bar. The follow through is currently disappointing. You might be looking for a new low, at least maybe looking for a double bottom here, right? With 10 bars in a row, you're thinking maybe this is a small downtrend, needs to play out. Misses that trigger by a tick or by 2 ticks. There's some follow through now here. Almost eager to go long here because now we see the 20 MA starting to curl upwards. I'll take a fail second entry short here to go long, but man, we're bouncing off the previous day's close now. Good signal bar to go short. It's a two-legged pullback to go short, looking for a new low potentially here. Makes a micro double bottom. Triggers the second entry short. Are we looking for a new low here, pandas? Is the question, or is this a breakout trend to new low? Looking for that reversal trade. Looks like it's looking for a new low now. Very confusing. Very confusing. All right, that second entry short triggers above the 20 MA, so new low is created here. Now we have all the ingredients to look for a nice move up. You know, depending how, aggressive you are, you can enter on the first entry here, but you typically want to find a little more evidence, right? You want to kind of come back above the 20 MA. You kind of want to wait for some sort of two-legged pullback or fail second entry short. Either one, right? Two-legged pullback or fail second entry short. Either one of these setups will be good for us to go long, right? Because we got to break a trend to new low now. And, right, coming from a strong uptrend. Right? Strong uptrend, and we got a full reversal pattern happening. What could have happened here was a actual trend, channel, overshoot to undershoot. That might be what's happening here, why we got this bearish price action. Preserve life, love happiness says, how is it to get to the moving average for an entry without bear bars? You can actually get all the way down without Yeah, without bear bars, it's gonna look weird, but it's possible. But it's not the fact that I saw any bear bars. It's the fact that there was 10 bear bars in a row, which made it difficult to just go long here. Creating a triangle, sort of. Expanding triangle. New high, new low. Higher low setup, potentially here. Higher time frames, clearly above the 20 MA on the 10K chart, right? Not be able to close beneath the 20 MA. The 5-minute chart, still waiting to see what happens here. Probably another push up after this huge reversal. Whew! What a move. What a move. That is insane. I'm still looking for my failed second entry short here, pandas. Some people may take this trade here to go long, right? 1, 2, 3 failures. Potential trading range. Something like this. To go. Some people might be going long here already. You're able to scalp out if you did. It is a second entry long too, right? 2 pushes down. I'm still looking for my failed second entry short setup, pandas. Let's see if we get it. I'll come in with a double position and then we'll go ahead and have a runner here. Inside bar. Might be strong enough. I'm thinking any break above this bar will be follow through. Inside bar. Might be being a little aggressive here, but I think any break above this bar will be followed through. Looking for a failed second entry short here, pandas. Let's see if we get it. Do not copy my trades. Coming in with 2. See if we can get a runner here. EMA is starting to flatten out, so it's a little scary, but we'll see. Start to push down a little bit here. Terrible signal bar. No longer interested in this setup. Pushing strongly down now. Very confusing. Now we got a triple test. I may come with a first entry coming back into this trading range here with a triple failure. Fail breakdown again. Do not copy my trades. Ooh, it's a little too bearish for me, that bar. I was thinking maybe triple test, come back into the trading range, failed breakdown. Maybe with a decent signal bar, I might go long to come back into our trading range. Now the signal bar is looking bad. It looks like we're dripping again. We could be basically in this 5-minute range. We can be in this range for the rest of the day. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, basically the price action trading range is shown to us through these 2 bars. Just absolutely shows confusion in the market. Pandas, with that, I really have no trades. I don't know. Not sure. Iron Cruz hit his goal. Congratulations, man. Yep, trade 1 micro, go in and out. Buy close just until you hit the 10-day mark. We're starting to drip drip. Wow. Just wow. 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 I mean, just amazed. This market never ceases to astonish, surprise, amaze me. What other tricks does this market have up its sleeve? Who knows? We hit the measure move. Pandas, thanks for joining. I mean, I have no trading, no setups here for me. Not yet, at least. Huge move up, huge move down. I mean, the 5 minute again is covering this whole range. It's coming back down. This is insane to me. It's actually so insane to me that we are doing this. And like, it's just the amount of bars that are, the range is whatever, right? 40-point range, okay. But the fact that we're doing it in like 1 bar, jeez. Very, very, very tough to trade, in my opinion. This is a breakdown trade, breakout trade, which is not a setup we trade here, but you can trade off of this. Am I looking for a downtrend here? I mean, it looks like a day of reversals. We've already had 2 huge ones. So when you see any trend, you have to be sus. It has to be, you have this, it's sus. Any trend here is sus. You know, we basically had a huge trend here, reversed. Huge trend here, reversed. So with that, I mean, continuing any trend at this point feels a little sus. Fails second entry long, far away from 20 MA. It does make a scalp here. We were seeing a lot of scalps being made, but I can't enter any of these. None of them hit the criteria of the setup. The only one maybe here, but even then, it's like, how are you gonna really track this? I mean, you have to consider this break a trend, new high or new low, finally breaking down. H4 setup. It's just like when you see this on the 5 minute chart. When you see this kind of bar, you're not thinking that's gonna reverse all the way back up. That's like the 1%. This is like the 1% thing, right? This is like I would say maybe not the one. I would say maybe the 5% thing that's gonna happen, and it happened. And this is like not, you know, 95% chance you're like, okay, maybe make a new low, and instead it just rips up here, and you're just like the whole time thinking of the 5 minute bar. When I saw this price action, I'm like, this, I see the setup, I see the reversal here. But it's just hard for me to believe that this is really going to reverse here on the dime like that. So, it is what it is. Strong bear bar ending on its low on the 5 minute. You're thinking follow through. That's what you're thinking. I mean, you thought that here didn't get it, but you're thinking here now again. Just silly stuff. Imagine how many accounts were blown up just with those moves. Okay, seems like we're getting a true push down here, but again, we could be contained within this range the entire day. Who really knows? I mean, when you see moves like this is not normal at all. There was a sell zone. Let's see if we see the same sell zone here. Not really here. 10,000 tick chart, the sell zone was a little more apparent. This whole thing was a sell zone. See a huge move up, then a breakdown. Panda, guess where we are? We're back at the bottom of this 40-point move, and it all happens in one leg. I know it's not as drastic as this, you know, just one huge bar, But to me, it's almost the same effect. Now we're breaking beneath it. This is just absolutely insane, pandas. This is absolutely insane. And it's like, I cannot enter any of these setups. It's crazy. Big up, big down. Days like this, it's just the exception. Exception to the rule. Whew. It's just those exceptions that really bust your accounts. You think they're not that important because it doesn't happen very often, but they are the most important. They're the things that make or break you. All right, pandas. What do we got here now? I mean, looks like a downtrend. Should I dare to say this is a downtrend now? Should I dare? Are we gonna bounce again? I mean, no more speaking. So maybe. Am I looking for a two-legged pullback? It's a two-legged pullback here. We're so close to previous days low. If we break beneath it, then the daily chart will have a lower high setup on the top of the trading range. A, B, C. Second entry short. I feel like if I enter this, I'm gonna lose this trade. The first second entry short I enter, I'm gonna lose it. I have a feeling, pandas. I have a feeling I'm gonna lose the first second entry short I take. Or yeah, second entry short in the downtrend. Just because we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of this huge, gigantic range created by these candles. It's just a day of reversals today. Let me mark this channel here.
10,000 tick trap.
I mean, what can I say? I don't know. Second entry short here, about to trigger. Does trigger, it just makes an immediate, doesn't even get close to our key area. It might have come close to our trend line here. Like, you might be wondering why I didn't go short here. Because I have no idea if we're going to reverse on a dime again. It's already happened a couple of times today. I'm trying to capture this trend line as well. I'm not really able to capture it well. Maybe from the breakdown. Sure. Coming back to the previous day's low.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap triggers on a 10,000 tick chart. Right, it's a failed second entry long. You can see with the magenta box here. Triggers way down here though. Coming off the previous day's low. It's it's crazy. I don't know, pandas. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we reversed very drastically before. I thought we'd be contained in this range. I thought the market showed us range today, and it's obviously not. It's obviously just falling down now. Kind of going to the original direction where the news was facing. Want to set up, but no setup. There was a second entry short here, way far away from 20 May, so hard to take that trade. 2 strong bull bars in a row. Am I looking for a second entry short, pandas? Put a poll up. Let me know if you guys see a second entry short here. Would you take it? A, B, C. A setup off the 20 MA. Would you take it here? James Kent saying, if I'm trading a 50K account from Apex, how many contracts would you recommend I trade? I'm currently doing 2 contracts, 1 as a runner. Thanks in advance.
10,000 tick trap.
I already will say, depends on what you're trying to do with the eval. If you're trying to practice with the eval and get better, you gotta trade micros, I believe. If you want to pass the eval, I would say that's you can 2 contracts is fine. If you just want to pass, if that's the goal. But you most likely will bust it. I will say that right now. The good way to tell how many contracts you should trade is for every, conservatively, every $10,000 you should trade 1 contract. Conservatively. That's why on the 50K account they allow you to trade up to 10 contracts, because they're taking into account 5 or 1 contract per 10,000. What am I talking about? That's 5 contracts. their threshold is a little bit more. So about 1 contract per 5K. That's what they're trading on Apex. Sorry, my brain just. I think my brain got broken after seeing that that huge move up and down. Wow, you guys are pretty even across the board here on what to do. I think it just shows confusion of what's happening. If you really want to pass it fast, you can trade like 5 contracts, I think.
10,000.
I'm up 1,100 on my account so far in 4 days. Let's go, baby. Hey, congratulations. You're up 1,100, but your drawdown is still the same, right? Your drawdown is 2,500. And so you got to keep an account that your drawdown really will always be around the same area, because it's a trailing drawdown. We're getting second entry short, but this is getting very choppy right off yesterday's low. Do I want a second entry short here, pandas? Is that my setup? Pandas. Second entry short. Shall we? Shall we? I know I'm going to get burned here. I already feel it. I'm going to get burned. Miss my target by 1 tick. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. My first trade of the day. My first trade in the last 2 days on stream. Hey, patient pays. Patience pays. I got my 2-point scalp. I got my hundy. And I'm out. I got my bamboo. That's all I need. Yeah, 1 trade a day. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Easy peasy, easy money. I was not scared at all. I did not doubt that setup for 1 second. I was 100% confident in that setup. As you guys were. See, the polls, if you looked at the poll results were pretty much break even. And so it's just like, that just shows you the inner turmoil that happens when you have a setup like this. Everyone's just mad suspicious of this downtrend. Of course, he says 1 trade away keeps Michael Chin away. If you had a runner, you'll still be in the runner here. Right? If I had 2 contracts, then I would still be in the runner. I'm not sure how long the runner will last, but the reason why is because we already went down so far. People will start taking profits sometime. Congrats, Iron Cruise, passing your eval. By the way, if you're wondering what Iron Cruise is talking about, we trade 100% risk-free using Apex funded traders, and it's a prop firm. And the most amazing thing about Apex is the trade copier. I will just say it right now. The trade copier is a game changer. I mean, it's a life changer. It's life. It can provide you with life-changing money. What I mean by that is this: if you have up to I just use 4 because the math is the easiest. But let's say you have 4 Apex accounts. With 4 Apex accounts, and if you have a trade copier trading across 4 accounts, that means if you make an average per day, let's just say $200, or even $100. I just made $100 right now, and I could walk away happy. $100 a day. At the end of the year, you make $100,000 if you can make an average on $100 a day, and that's made possible with the trade copier, because the trade copier basically makes it so you copy your trades across multiple accounts. So let's say you have 4 accounts. You multiply 4 times 250, which is the amount of trading days that are in a year, and 250, right, times 4 equals 1,000. This is why I use 4, because the math is easy. And then whatever you make an average per day, you multiply that by 1,000, and that's how much you make by the end of the year. So with just 4 Apex accounts, you can make $100K a year, making $100 a day on one account. That's how nice. This is why I trade with Apex, because of the trade copier. It just puts the icing on the cake. If you have 4 Apex accounts, yeah, that means you have to pass 4 evals. But that also means you could pass 4 evals at the same time, because you can just copy your trades across all your eval accounts. So you can pass all 4 at the same time. But yeah, that is for every paid account you get, you have to prove to them that you can get the pass the eval. Yes, the trade copier, I will say it's not perfect, and it will do some weird stuff. So you do have to monitor it, and I think that's kind of comes with the territory. Turtle's looking for a trap. Am I looking for a trap here? I just don't know. I really just think we're just on a serious downtrend, but the trap could happen here. I don't know if I would take any traps though. Mindful Jazzy asks, can't you trade 4 contracts on one account instead? I will say the most important thing about Apex or any prop firm is to not bust your account, right? Do not hit the trailing threshold. So if you trade 4 contracts on one account, your likelihood of busting your account is very high, right? Because your exposure, right, is basically 4 contracts per one account. Now, if you have 4 accounts and trade 1 contract across 4 accounts, your risk is spread. So it's as if you're trading just one single contract on one account, and you have that much risk to play with, right? You have that much threshold to play with, and so that's what makes having multiples so nice, right? You're spreading your risk out by a lot, right? So that's why it's nice to be able to do that. Exactly. The most important thing about the prop firm is to not bust your account. I mean, you can have red days and green days, but the most important thing is just don't bust your account. That's the most important thing. We do have a potential failed second entry short here above the 20 MA. And this can reverse here. I mean, super strong downtrend. I don't know. Would I take it? I probably will skip it, just because the downtrend is a little too strong for me right now. It actually makes the second entry short here absolutely incredible. A place where we should have reversed, right? At least show some sign of reversal.
10,000 tick
Instead, it
trap.
just goes right back down. Especially with a V bottom type looking price action like this, you're thinking it's gonna pop up. Iron Cruz asks, do I have a video explaining how to set up the trade copier? I don't, but there should be one on Apex, right? It's the trade copier is not mine. I probably could make one, but maybe even a better one. One that kind of, yeah, I explained this before, but yeah, the trade copier is a little tricky. You have to monitor it. I mean, it's not my product, but I use it. So that trap fails and reverses down. So this is why you do not take that trap. Downtrend's a little too strong. You just got stopped out of your trap if you took that long trade. Terrible signal bar. I made it to trap on the other side to go short here. Potentially. It'll be outside bar reversal. I'm going to take another trade here. Do not copy my trades. I'm going to try to continue this downtrend. Let's see if we can get a little bit more here. It's a trap on the other side. I might get hit here. Yeah, looks like I'm about to get hit. So that trap fails and reverses, hits me. It's tricky because on the 10,000 tick chart, so I'm down now. It sucks. But it's tricky because the trap actually triggers on a 10,000 tick chart right here. So made me want to enter in. So my green day now is slightly red. That's all good, pandas. I took a trade that I thought would be a good trade, thinking this trap failed. So we're actually continue this downtrend. And now it's getting a little choppy. So I'm just sitting on my pause now. I'm gonna end red today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take the small red hit. It is what it is. Pandas. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday, and hope everyone has an amazing weekend. And make sure you guys use the 50% off code BBM50 if you are interested in Apex. And yeah, I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. 9 o'clock for the pre-market, 9:15 for the mainstream, and I'll see you guys all there. Have an amazing weekend. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.